Perfect. Thanks, Andy. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Dane, for that brilliant tutorial of how to do all of the artworks. I've got one behind me fused on the jumper here. But before we get started on actually applying, I just want to show everyone in real time what the Max gang sheet actually looks like. So this is the 55 by 55 Ultra Color Max gang sheet. And there's between 10 and 12 designs on here, depending on how you would fuse them. And as you can see, that is absolutely huge, and there's a lot of blank space on this, so we should have filled that one up a bit more, really. But yeah, you can fit absolutely loads on here, and the minimum order is just one as well. So as Andy said, if you've got different sort of player names on the teams, anything like that, you don't need to worry about having to cut and weave them with vinyl or ending up with loads of ultra color standard sheets with names that you're not going to use. So we're just going to take one of these transfers today. Now I'm just going to fuse them onto a plain white t-shirt for you so that you can see how good a quality the Ultra Color Max transfers are and how fantastic these designs will come out in real life. So we're using the Fusion IQ today. The reason that this one is great for sports names, numbers, sports kits, etc., is that it has a swing and draw motion. So no matter where you're working or what space you're working in, it gives you that complete heat-free workspace to place your numbers properly without having to worry about sort of knocking if you're doing it in a rush, or maybe the clamshell design might be a bit much for you. So that is really handy. Doing this sideways isn't the easiest thing in the world. So there we go. I'm just going to give the t-shirt a quick pre-press to remove any moisture or creases from the garment before we apply the transfer. There we go. Now I've already pre-cut one of the designs from the gang sheet. So here it is for any of you watching on the video. Just place that where you want it. And then I'm just going to take a piece of release paper, cover it over and fuse for 12 seconds at 145 degrees. And Ultra Color Max is a hot peel as well, so we don't need to wait for it to cool down, which is very handy for live videos. So you can see the results straight away. Okay. There we go. That's easy. And there we have the finished design. So as you can see, you've got great detail on the gradients there. You can really see where all the shading is. That's come up really, really nicely. And it's got a really soft, thin finish to it as well. So it really does feel like part of the garment. Perfect for if you're doing kits that are going to be worn during sports. So you want them to be breathable, lightweight, barely there sort of feel to them as well, which is brilliant. Those of you might recognize the Fusion IQ heat press from a couple of emails that we've done recently where we've highlighted the fact that it is one of the main presses that has been used in the NFL draft to do player personalization behind the scenes. It was taken to the Miami Heat as well, wasn't it, to do their customization?
Yeah, a special launch event for a new top they had.
So it's been used across multiple big sports venues in America. And as you can see from the pictures, if you've got the emails, there are 4 or 5 of them dotted around, all working constantly, putting names and numbers on the back of football jerseys and sports clothes. So definitely can take the heat of volume of clothes that you're going to be producing through it. Another thing I'll just highlight is that the Fusion IQ has threadability as standard. So no matter what you're fusing onto sports garment-wise, you'll be able to get a completely clean, flat surface to fuse your transfer onto. It also has interchangeable platen. So if you're fusing onto a football jersey that has certain aspects on it, like a collar, for example, that you don't want included, you can just swap for a smaller platen, something like this. This is our 10 by 10. So you can just swap out the 40 by 50 for the 10 by 10, isolate the print area that you want to go onto. That's really handy if you're doing maybe like the smaller numbers or the names on the front and then the bigger platen for the big print on the back, something along those lines. But yeah, I think that's just about everything. Should we fuse a couple more just to show everyone how it works? Pull it out this time so you can see how clean this space really is to use with this press. There we go. So this time we're going to fuse a 22 number. So as you can see, great detail in there with the design, gradients, there's really small lines in there as well. So we're just going to pop that on. Take our release paper again just to protect the transfer. And 12 seconds, that's all it's going to take.
The Fusion IQ at the moment as well, for anyone who hasn't got a heat press, has a really great deal on with some free custom transfer credits. So you would be able to get your first probably 8 orders of Ultracolor Max for free if you order in the next month.
There we go. So there's the finished product for that one. That's absolutely fantastic. And it does just feel so, it's got a real buttery soft finish to it. It's really hard to show in the camera, but you can see there that it's completely soft to the garment. You can almost sort of see the threads of the garment through the transfer as well. So it really embeds into the shirt and becomes part of it. So high quality transfer, brilliant artwork, high quality press. What more could you want?